What's going on, everyone? We're here for part 2 of this massive reveal that we had. If you want to call it massive, it was 7 cards. But anyways, all of these are taken from the Dragoborne website because I couldn't get clear images of them anywhere else. So be sure to check that out, and also make sure to join the Facebook page. Like I said in the previous video, and all the videos before that, we're almost at 900 members, and it'd be really awesome if we could hit 1,000 before this game comes out. But anyway, first one that we're going to go over today is Sarge. I'm going to take a guess that that's how you say it. Renowned Black Bladesmith. So he's a 1-cost red creature with 2 attack and 1 endurance. So that's already pretty awesome for being a 1-cost and having 2 attack. However, they tried to balance it out with his first effect, because that is when this creature is summoned, siphon 1, which means that you have to reduce the value of one of your dice by 1. So he's the first creature we've seen with that effect. So it seems like it's going to be like kind of a drawback to playing more powerful creatures, which I'm okay with, at least for now. It doesn't seem like it'll hurt you too bad, especially if this is your first turn and you roll a 6 and you just knock something down to a 5. I don't think that's going to impact the game too much. And then later in the game, when your opponent has high creatures and even rolling that 6 isn't going to protect you, I can't see siphoning 1 being that bad of an ability. But anyways, his other effect is what makes him pretty awesome for being a 1-cost. And that is when this creature is destroyed, deal 1 damage to all opposing creatures and Drago shields. So if your opponent has any 1-cost creatures, which they probably will if in the early game, and that's probably what you'll be playing him, you could potentially board wipe them, at least turn 2, turn 3, when they only have a few 1-cost creatures, or even like the red creature that was 2-1 that we saw earlier. But yeah, I just think this card's pretty awesome for being a 1-cost. I think it provides like a lot of additional abilities, and it's cool seeing so many unique stuff this early on in the game. So anyway, moving on to the second one, we have Mindlayer Demon, who is a black card. When the art was revealed, I thought this was going to be a blue card. I was wrong, but it still looks awesome. It's a 2-cost with 2 attack, 2 endurance, so pretty balanced as we've been seeing. But then he has Assassin Green, so he's the second Assassin card that we've had, and it last time it was Balthios, which was also a black card. So I'm curious to see if any other colors are going to have Assassin, or if it'll primarily be black. But, so yeah, he is a green hate card, and then his other effect is when he's Drago crossed with the red dice, he gets +2/+1. So he's essentially a 4/3 with Assassin, which I think is awesome. And I love the artwork for this card. It is a common. I didn't mention this card. This card is a rare. So this card's going to be pretty easy to pull, especially if you're getting boxes, as I am. Then moving on to the next one, we have Falthalas, the Lost Wind, who is a green 1-cost creature. So I am really glad we're seeing a lot of these low-cost creatures, because we've really only seen them for 1 or 2 colors. But she or he is 1 attack, 1 endurance. So pretty much equivalent to what we've been seeing with the other 1-costs. But it is the first card we've seen with the invade effect. So it has invade red, which means this creature cannot be blocked by creatures when it's attacking a red fort, but it can still be blocked by Drago shields. So you do have to take the Drago shield out, and then you can attack in with this and knock out a barrier. So I do really like this if your opponent is playing defensively. You just play something else, get rid of the shield, and then attack him with this, and they can't block. And it also lets you push in if they only have 1 barrier at a fort, because they'll be trying to protect that with their blockers, and then you play this card and just attack in it and wipe it out. So I think that's pretty awesome. And then its second effect is when it's Drago crossed with any color dice. If it's blocked by a Drago shield, it gets +3/+0 for this turn. So it'll become a 4/1 that can knock out a shield So just like we were saying in the last video with the other card that gets +2 when it attacks a shield, it's awesome. Early game lets you break down those higher numbers, which during the playtesting I've been seeing that's a problem early on, is if your opponent rolls high numbers, you're pretty much stuck. So I really like this card and I like what it does. And it is a rare, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to pull, but definitely going to try to pick up a playset when it comes out. Then moving on to our final card of this video, we have Fafnir Volatile Fire. It is a 6-cost red creature with 5 attack and 5 endurance. So, for what its effect is, I'm okay with it having 5 attack, 5 endurance for being a 6-cost. I mean, we saw Zarko had 1 less attack and endurance than its cost 2, but that effect was completely insane, and this card is almost just as insane as Zarko, if not better. So its effect is when this creature is summoned, you may choose a Drago Shield and destroy it. Then you may choose a creature and deal 5 damage to it. So it breaks down Drago Shield, which I think is huge, especially late game. You can play this card and knock out one of their defenders, quote unquote, since it's Drago Shield. I just think that's incredible, especially in a red mirror match. If you're able to get rid of their red dice so they can't do the Pyroblast, or they can't play Torch from Fort Burst, this card's just going to have a huge impact on the match. But then it also gets to do 5 damage to a creature, so it can knock out like the Keeper or Eleanor or any other extremely defensive card, and let you push in even harder. Now, the one difference between this and Azarko is that it can't split the damage. So I think that's where Azarko shines. It lets you destroy multiple creatures, but I almost think this card is better because it lets you destroy a Drago Shield instead. But anyway, it does have another effect, which is when it's Drago crossed with any color dice, this creature gets +2/+0. So it'll become an 8/6 because of the +1/+1 from the dice, which I didn't even mention with this card. It would become a 5/2 because of the dice, so that makes it so much better. But yeah, it becomes an extremely powerful card that if they choose to block, they're probably going to lose that creature anyway. And this is also a double rare in the set. So I'm curious to see if each color is going to have a dragon that is double rare. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more of the cards as they come out. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Which one of these was your favorite? I think out of these 4, I like Falthalas. I just love its effect, and being such a heavy hitter for a 1 cost, I think that makes it so awesome. So yeah, if you want, follow me on Twitter. We can continue the discussion. And as always, thanks for watching.